Good morning, guys. Dave Santorelli here from the Santorelli Exchange, 9:24 a.m., 6 minutes before opening bell. Just wanted to go live a little bit early today. I know a lot of you are in the Qualcomm vertical bull call spread that we got last week. We've been trading Qualcomm quite regularly here the past couple of weeks. We have the 91.92 vertical bull call spread, and today Qualcomm is up over $2 in the pre-market hours. And it's currently at 92.60, up 2.34%, up $2.12 for the day, and that is looking great. We picked up that 91.92 vertical spread for 48 cents a contract. The max that could be worth is $1, so that's a max net gain of 108.33%. Over 108% max net gain. We'll be closing that out today, and let me just get something up here. I'm going to share something in the trade room now. Oops. Let's see. Alrighty, I just shared that in the trade room that we are live, so great chart on Qualcomm, guys. Take a look. I'm going to zoom in here on the right to Qualcomm a little bit, and you could see yesterday we had a nice breakout. We had our original trade, or some calls, and we sold the calls once we broke that target, and then we entered into that vertical bull call spread. So now that spread is at max net gains. We're going to be looking to take a profit on that today, and as you could see yesterday, we came down to support at that 10 SMA, and we're breaking higher now. So I'm expecting a run to at least $94.11 to $95 next week, hopefully. Also, NVDA had earnings yesterday after the bell. They had great earnings. Stock's not doing too much. It's up 3 cents in pre-market hours. It's at 209.82, a bid of 209.80, and an ask of 209.90. So a 10-cent spread there between the bid and the ask, which isn't much. So we'll take a look at that. In the trade room, I went over a bunch of upgrades on NVIDIA today. And if we scroll down here at the bottom at our news feed, let's scroll down a little bit, and you'll be able to see all the ones that I shared in the trade room today for NVIDIA. Here you go, right here. JP Morgan maintains overweight on NVIDIA, raises price target to $237 a share. That's number one. Number two, Barclays maintains overweight on NVIDIA, raises price target to $225 a share. All right, now we keep going down here. NVIDIA. Nomura maintains neutral on NVIDIA, raises price target to 200. Those people are dumb. It's already above 200. I can't stand when you get analysts that say, hey, we're going to raise our price to 200, even though the stock's at 210 right now. So I don't mind those guys there. Keep going down here. NVIDIA. Morgan Stanley maintains equal weight on NVIDIA, raises price target to 217 a share. And as we continue to go down here, there's some more NVIDIA upgrades. Raymond James reiterates outperform on NVIDIA, raises price target to $240 a share. Alrighty. Qualcomm shares are trading higher after Mizuno upgraded the stock from neutral to buy and raised the price target from $80 to $100 per share. Amazing, guys. Incredible. Let me share that in the trade room as well. Really great day already. Qualcomm still on the spike here, 92.81 a share. But as you guys can see, we got a lot of raised price targets on NVIDIA. Qualcomm's looking great. And these are going to be two stocks we're going to continue to trade over the next few weeks here. Excuse me. I think there's one more upgrade down here, a little bit more. Here we go. Benchmark maintains buy on NVIDIA, raises price target to $240 a share. So unbelievable action on NVIDIA this morning. And we're going to continue to watch that and continue to trade it. 1 minute till opening bell, guys. We're going to have huge profits in the morning here, unrealized. So be ready, be prepared, and we're going to be locking in those profits today. So Qualcomm, I'm already getting my order ready to sell this. Buy to close, sell to close. We have 30 contracts. 30 contracts. We have the calls for today's expo. So we'll get that ready for opening bell here. We have the 92.90 or 91.92 vertical spread. So we'll put that in. We'll put in a net credit. I'll put in 0.90. Let's see, 0.85 I'll put in there. That's plenty enough for me. She's still popping. Let's see if we could get 85 cents today. We're already up over. Here it is. So based with that, with the Qualcomm and the other trades we have, we're already up $1,481 today. That's incredible. And it's still climbing. We're up $1,600 now. So I'm going to continue to watch Qualcomm. Let me see here. Order status live. Let's see what it's at now. Usually you give it a couple of minutes to open here. 71 cents. We picked it up for 48 cents a contract. So I just want to get out of that so I could make another trade here. Let's put that in, see if that will fill. Live, completed, and that is completed, guys. We just locked in a nice profit now. And you guys remember, yesterday we had a loss on that Qualcomm trade. Excuse me. Take a look now. We just locked in. Literally within 1 minute of the day, we locked in $747.74 on that Qualcomm trade. Really great job, guys. Good morning, Azaria, Efron, everyone else in the trade room. Jay, good morning, guys. Bob, Paula, Sudiker. Really great day today. Really pleased with the price action we're seeing. Qualcomm still getting a nice rise. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to focus on Qualcomm, NVIDIA today. We're going to be looking for those trades for next week's expo. Okay, because we are having a great week this week. Closed out some really nice trades for some great gains. We also, remember yesterday I picked up that MasterCard. I got that call fly. We got the 277.50, 280, 280, 250 call fly there that we picked up. I'm not sure what price we paid. I'd have to calculate that. But right now I want to focus in on the charts and look for some trades here. So really great day today, guys. I'm very pleased with that. Let's see. NVIDIA's at 212 now. She's starting to climb. I really think NVIDIA is going to be one of our best options here. Take a look at the chart here. So here, again, take a look, guys. You can't get any better than this. So rectangle, let's put in our normal charts here. So we consolidated. And now we're having that next breakout momentum. So now we could have channel. And as you can see, we're in the next breakout momentum with NVIDIA. And that's how our trade plan's working. We have the consolidation, breakout momentum, profit taking, which we pull back down to that 10 or 20 SMA. We get that successful bounce off that 10 SMA, climb, consolidated, breakout again. And just like Qualcomm, take a look over here. Qualcomm, same thing, breakout. We pulled back, retraced down to this yellow 10-day SMA. We had a nice breakout, consolidated here for a couple of candles. Nice breakout after earnings. Qualcomm still rising, over $93 a share right now, looking great. It's at the day's high. We're going to have to look for another trade here, guys. So let's pick up Qualcomm. Let's go with the December 20th monthly expo. Here's going to be our swing trade. We'll look at December 20th. Let's take a look at the 92.50. So 92.50 our break evens, the strike plus what we pay. So if we get 92.50 plus $3.10, 3.1 plus 92.5. So our break even is going to be 95.6 plus 3.1. Our 100% return mark is going to be 98.7. So that's still 6 points higher from where it's at right now. It needs to have 2, 4, 6, 7. It needs to have about an 8% climb from now until December to have that max net gain on that. So you know what? Instead of doing a regular call, I'm going to do a spread. Buy to open, sell to open. Let's look at something here. Sorry if I'm going a little bit fast, but excuse me. Let's see here. What if we did the 90, 92.50? $1.45 to be worth the max at 250. That's a max net gain at 2.5. Divide that by 1.45. That's a max net gain at 72.41%. That's perfect. I like that, and it's fully in the money, which is most important. So 1.45, I'll pick up 25 contracts of that, and that's going to be around a $3,000 trade. 25, multiply that by 145, $3,625 trade. I'm going to put in a net debit, place the order, and let's see if we get filled here. Still not filling. It's an open order. I'm going to change it, raise it a little bit here. Order status. As you can see, that's live. So I'm just going to click it, change it. It's at $1.45 to $1.50. Max I'll pay for this is $1.50, no more. So submit, place trade, and we should get filled on that. There we go. That just filled. We are now in that trade, and here it is on the screen. And here is our new trade that we just made on Qualcomm for the December 20th Expo, 90.9250 vertical call spread. It's a $3,600 trade. We paid $3,625 for this trade. And the max it could be worth is 25 contracts. Multiply that to the difference of the spread. 250, multiply that by 25. Max this could be worth is $6,250. Which equals a max net return of minus 3,625. So we'll make around $2,625 on this trade. So our max gain on this spread is $2,625 as long as Qualcomm is above 92.50 on December 20th. So great trade setup right there. I like that. The only thing we have to watch for is politics. Politics are what's moving this market right now. So now that we have that, now let's go back, take a look at NVIDIA, see if there's anything we could do. She's pulling back down to that 10 there. So let's take a look. We'll put it on a today 1 minute chart, see if it's something we could day trade. Qualcomm's looking great. We'll be waiting for our next trade on NVIDIA. Facebook is breaking out really nice here. Let's take a look at Facebook. Coming right down to that 10. Let's see if it has a bounce off that 10-day SMA. You can see retracement back down to that 10. Let's see what she does here. Maybe come back down to that 20, maybe get a bounce there. That's what we're going to be watching for. Let's take a look at the daily chart now, see if there's something we could do with it. Still not doing too much there. I'd really like to see a break above 195 to enter and go for that resistance 1, resistance 2, 200, 205 a share. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's take a look at Ulta. That's another one we've been looking at for a while here, waiting for it to break, waiting for some type of move on Ulta. But as you can see there, nice climb. It's still holding that 10 SMA, and this is really important. You're starting to see that that curve here on the 10 starting to climb. Really good looking chart right here, especially going into the holiday cyclical trend. So keep that in mind. AMD is up over 2% today. That one's doing incredibly well. Look at that stock there. That's unbelievable. Breakout momentum, retraced, consolidated back down to that 10 SMA, big breakout momentum. I told you guys in our other video I felt this was going to $40 a share, and I really think that's what's going to happen here. Looking here, AMD option alert, they're picking up the 35 straight calls. That's deep in the money. Qualcomm's just continuing to spike there. And if you take a look now here was our Qualcomm trade when I first shared it. Now let's take a look just a few minutes later here. And as you can see, we're already up a nice profit. And if we just picked up the Qualcomm 90 straight calls for December 20th, we'd be up 10% right now. We'd be up over $1,000. But we have the spread here, so I don't care. As long as it's above 92.50 by December 20th, we'll have max net gains on that. So that's just one I'm going to hold, forget. And I might look at something for next week's expo with Qualcomm as well. Maybe the November 29th expo. Let's take a look here. 92.50, 93.50, 94, $2. So you need this at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need this right around 98, 99 to make 100% return, which is insane. She's at 94 a share right now, still continuing to break out. That was a nice trade we made today, guys. Really nice trade. Now, take a look at this chart over here on Qualcomm. Now, what are we going to be looking for? Well, we have resistance right at around 94.11 a share. So I'm expecting us to see it's retracing a bit here. We might get up to that resistance from this candle here on the 8th, and then we might pull back and then rise next week. So I'm going to be watching this area here as resistance from the 8th, and we'll keep an eye on that. Qualcomm still continuing to rise here. Let's take a look. We're already up over $200 on our Qualcomm trade that we just made for the December 20th Expo. Up 15% on the 90 strike calls. You know, we could have picked up a day trade as well for today, but you know, you want to do something that's a little safer, a little less risky, so that's why we picked up this trade, and looking good. We're up over $1,000 for the day already, and we really haven't even done much yet. So let's continue here to see what we can trade. Google's breaking out a bit here, up $8, 0.63%. I have a put on Google for next week's expo after the announcement. 50 states are looking to sue Google over antitrust issues. Let's see what else. Microsoft up 30% or 30 cents, up 0.2%. Nike's up over 1% today. Let's take a look at Nike chart. Nike chart's looking really great here. Take a look. You got the first candles above the 10, 20, 50 SMA. I broke that consolidation area, and this is looking better. You know, you have a target of 95, and this is something we could go out with the December 20th monthly expo with. So if we look at the December 20th monthly expo, 92.50, 280, 95. So I want to look at something that's, you know, we could do a Black Friday trade even with this and look at the call spread that's fully in the money. Let's take a look here. Let's try the November 29th for a little bit shorter term of a trade. 91.92. That's at 62 cents to be worth $1. Divide that by 0.62. It's a max net gain of 61.29%. That's not bad at all either. That's a nice looking trade there. Andrew Rogers said he was holding Qualcomm into the day, tempted to lock in those in now. Jay said going to 40, blew through 39 like nothing. Jerry Rashenko said he just closed his Qualcomm trade from a few days back. He made a 34% return. Great job today, guys. And guys, yes, to be perfectly clear, today's the day we want to take in and lock in the profits. And we could find some more trades for the December monthly expo, possibly even the November 29th expo that's going into Black Friday. So we had our pop in the morning here. I think we're going to... Nike's still on the climb here, so I might pick up a day trade on Nike. That's still looking great here. Nice breakout. Let's see what we could do with Nike. 92.50 strikes are pretty cheap. I think I'm going to pick up the 92.50 strike calls on Nike. Better yet, let's see what next week's looking like. 92.50, $1.10. That's not bad either here. I could pick up those calls for next week's expo, November 22nd, 92.50. I had $1.08. You could pick up 20 contracts in that. And that's something I'll hold for a swing trade overnight. I am in that. I'm in the Nike November 22nd 92.50 strike call. So here is the trade I just made, and the other trade I just made on Qualcomm. Here are the two trades: the Nike November 22nd 92.50 strike call, and the Qualcomm 92.50 vertical call spread. So those are the two trades we just made. We just locked in some profits as well on Qualcomm. So now it's just patience and a waiting game and seeing what happens. I'm going to be looking down at the bottom here. See if we have any action going on that we could trade off. And if you guys have any questions, anything you want us to go over, please feel free to bring it up in the trade room or on the chat, and I'd be glad to help you out. Let's see. Andrew Rogers. Mine are December 20th on the Qualcomm calls, though. Tough decision. Andrew, are you up? Do you have a profit on those right now? What's your gain on those? Paul, did you lock in a profit on those Qualcomm trades? Andrew said he has about a 30% gain on those. Andrew, if it were me personally, I think Qualcomm looks like it's still going to break out. Here comes Nike, too, starting to make a run. We're now green on our Nike trade. Qualcomm looks like it's going to continue to run next week here. So if it were me, if you had, more than one contract, I'd probably lock in half of that contract now, half of that trade, and let the other half run here. Qualcomm's still looking great. Google is soaring here, up over 1%. There goes Nike, starting to make its next run here. Consolidated, looking for that next breakout. And like I said, if we look at the swing chart for Nike, this is looking really great. We're going to have some resistance right around 94. Next resistance, 95. And then we're going to look to take out those highs. So that's what we're watching for with Nike. That's a really nice trade on Nike. It's already in the green, up 1%, over 1% now. And we'll continue to let that run. I'm going to be looking for some day trades here probably in the next few hours. I like to do some day trades on Friday, on Expo Day, as the extrinsic value decays here. So we'll take a look at some day trades a little bit later. Right now, Macy's. Take a look at Macy's as well. Macy's is up over 2% today. And we did a trade idea on Macy's the other day as well in our video. And notice the breakout momentum. It broke here. We got our first signal. Retraced back down to that 10, and she's climbing again. So keep an eye on that, guys. That's a really nice trade setup, especially for going into the holiday trend here, the holiday cyclical trend. So you can pick up something. I think we said the 16 strike call in the last video back when it was down here, which ended up being a great trade idea. Our Nike trade's now up over 6%. That's looking great. Here's the Nike trade, up $110 already, and we have the November 22nd Expo 92.50. We're up 5% on that trade already, and still continuing to climb here, up 6% now on the Nike trade, up 130 bucks. And if you take a look now, Nike is still having a nice run here. If you take a look now, we're now up about 9% on the Nike trade, 8.74%, up $190. And this was a $2,000 or $2,100 trade. Picked up 20 contracts at $1.08. $1.08, multiply that by 20. That's what we paid. That's looking great. Still going to hold on to that. Let's take a look at Nike. And as you can see here, nice breakout. It's using that 10 as support, climbing. She's still climbing. And take a look now at that Nike trade. Who picked up that Nike trade with us this morning? That Nike trade is now up $250 already for next week's Expo. Now up $260. And take a look there. $260 gain already in what, a matter of 15 minutes. We're up 12%. That's great. Love to see that. She's still breaking out. Here's the Nike chart in the background. 92.70 share. So that's looking great. It's using the 10 as support here, and we'll just continue to keep an eye on that. Now, if you had a day trade on Nike for today's Expo, you even have a much larger return than what I have of that small 12% return. Continuing to make a move here. Putting NVDA on the next chart here. I'd like to make a trade on NVDA. Take a look at Nike now. Unbelievable. We're now up 16% on Nike, and we are up $350 on the Nike trade. We're up now 16.11%. Over 16%, $350 gain with just a small $2,100 trade. That was a small $2,100 trade, and look at what we're up. That's incredible. I love that. Looking great there, and still continuing to climb in the background here. Look at that. Let's look for 93 on Nike today. Nice climb, guys. But if you had this week's Expo, you're up even much more than that 16%. Susan Listener said she grabbed 10 contracts. Who else got in on that Nike trade? I'd really like to know. Qualcomm's pulling back here. The first candle below that 10. It's going to be interesting to see if she holds support right around 205 or not. And once we see what this is going to do, we're going to be trading this as well. She just got a lot of upgrades this morning, so I'm going to be looking at that. Google is still taking off here, $13.24 a share. It's at the day's high. Watching that. Let's see. MasterCard, it looks like that wants to pin right around 280, which if it does, that call fly is going to do incredibly well there, and I'm going to go over that later on this afternoon there. Going down the watch list, seeing what else we have going on. Snap is still looking good here. Let's take a look at the Snap Daily. Snap's holding that 20 pretty well. So now when we're entering into breakout momentum, we're going to use that 20 as support for Snap when it retraces. So usually, like here on the right over here to NVIDIA, you see it's breaking out, coming back down to the 10, breaking out, consolidating, coming back down to the 10, breaking out. Snap is using that 20 as support. Sudiker says he got in 90 contracts. Sudiker, you got 90 contracts of that Nike trade we made? You must have a heck of a gain on those. Jerry Rashenko says he's done 10 contracts on Nike. Andrew Rogers, I grabbed 5 contracts for a small $500 position. I'm trading a smaller account right now. Nice gain on it, though. Great job. Great job, guys. Now, the big one I'm watching for is that Ulta here, because you guys know we've been watching Ulta, and as a trader, you know, we have to be patient, disciplined, and wait for that setup. I told you guys on if we had a break above 245 or 250, I'd possibly be entering into some calls there for the holiday cyclical trend. So I'm watching that and going to be keeping an eye on that for our next swing trade. Not too much going on right now. Market's retracing a little bit here. BABA's up 1%. BABA looks like another one ready to climb. 187.50 target resistance. Breakout momentum. Retrace back down to that 10. Now it's climbing off that 10 again. Nike pulled back a bit this morning. Facebook's still on the climb today. Keep an eye on that. Looking for something to day trade. GE is still on the climb as well. Take a look at GE here. Nice breakout. Came back down to that 10. She's breaking off of it now. So look at 1154 to 1160 as the resistance. Everyone locked in their profits for this week's expo, right? It's really important there. AMD, option alert, Friday 38 call sweep. They're picking up the 38 straight calls for today's expo. MU put sweep. Bed Bath & Beyond. November 20th, 14 call sweep. We went over this one, I think, the other day as well. That was on the unusual options activity. Flat for today. Delta's still getting a nice pop there. That looks nice up to 58. Cisco's getting a really nice pop today. So guys, remember we were talking about looking for a hook pattern on Cisco. Well, we had that big drop. Now we're having base support right around $45 a share. So now our next green candle would be a confirmed entry, and we'd be looking to get up to, you know, at least 46.50 and then possibly up to 47.48. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Cisco as well. Andrew, we were waiting to make the trade on NVDA, so patience is key here. Wait for NVIDIA to settle, and we will be picking it up. I like how it came down to that 20 now and holding that so far. So I'm going to be watching NVIDIA as well here. If we look, it had breakdown momentum. It's starting to consolidate. We'll watch for that first candle above that 10, and we might be able to day trade it for a quick 3-point gain from 206 to 209. So we'll be watching that for a possible day trade as well. Very pleased with today. Let's see, I'm in the YouTube chat now, so if anyone's on the YouTube chat, feel free to ask questions. Let's see if Ron said, will you be adding, was the 92.50? Yes. Ronald Brady said MU up 3%. Let's take a look at MU. That's looking really great here, too, for a swing up to 50. That's a nice setup there too, Ronald Brady. I like that. AMD call up over 100%. Nice job on that. What spread would you pick on that? I'm not sure which one you were talking about, Efron. Nike. Okay, so that was earlier. So we already got the Nike trade. We're already up 6% on that. Mark Ludman, Efron, you guys got the Nike trade as well. That's great. Looks like we're starting to get a reversal here. Starting to rise again. Nike starting to climb again. Came down to that 20, and what happened? Came down to that 20, acted as support, climbing, and it's going for the next run now. So it's nice. I just got to sit back, wait, relax. We could lock in $200 gain on that Nike if we wanted to right now and be up a realized gain of over $1,000 for the day. But I'm going to be holding, waiting, and seeing what's going on. Let's see. Upgrade. They upgraded AMAT today from neutral to buy. So let's take a look at AMAT. Sometimes when you get that neutral to buy rating, you get some buyers stepping in. Wow, it's up over 8% today. Unbelievable. Nice climb on AMAT. AMAT showed an EPS of 80 cents compared to 97 cents from a year ago quarter. That's a nice chart there, but not something I'd jump in just yet. Let's zoom out a little bit. Right up to resistance now from all the way back to March of 2018. Not going to do anything with that yet. Just going to sit back, watch the markets here. AMD still continuing to climb here. What a move. Let's see here. MasterCard's right around 280. Google 1321. We'll see where we go from here. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Put this on mute for a second, and I'm going to look at some swing trade setups on the other screen here. Up over 17% on our Nike trade now. Still a pretty slow start to the day. $370 on our Nike trade. Not bad for less than an hour. 17%. And she's continuing to run now. Now up. Now up 18.42%. $400, 18.42%, and she's continuing to climb here. Mark Ludman says Microsoft climbing. He's in for next week's expo. Our Nike trade just keeps taking off here, continuing to climb. Now up $410 on the Nike trade, up 18.88%, and she's still continuing to climb here. Now up 20.26%. $439 gain, up 20.26% in the matter of less than an hour. 45 minutes. So if you wanted to take in profits on that right now, you have over a 20% gain. You could do that if you wanted to. But it still looks like it's going to continue to climb there. And our target on Nike is going to be, let's take a look at Nike. Still continuing to run there, looking great. Our target on Nike is going to be at least $94. So we have plenty of room to run there, and nice profits to still be made on Nike. So going to keep that open unless I got like $1,000 gain today, which I'm not expecting. But if we got $1,000 profit, might lock that in today. But Nike just going to hold it. Just starting to get that 1020 cross. The MACD just crossed today, so that's looking great there. We just got confirmation. And it's starting to run up. Resistance, 95. Google's still making new highs, up $1.6520, up 1.65%, up 21.59 points. Google looks like it's going to continue to run there. I got one single contract of a put in Sophie's account yesterday on Google when it had that news. All 50 states were looking into antitrust issues. Facebook really starting to break out here above 195 a share. I'm going to look at something. Let's see here for December 20th Expo with Facebook. See, that's so expensive. The 195 strikes for 585. Let's see. Second here. Next earnings, January 28th. MasterCard's hanging right around 280 like we said. We thought it was going to pin at 280. That's doing just as we thought. Karen, are you in a Microsoft trade? Microsoft is still looking incredibly great there. 150's target. Short term. Diamond still climbing. Diamond still breaking out. Nike is still continuing to climb here, up $460 on our trade now. 460 bucks, up 21%. Nice gain. Facebook pulling back a little bit here. I might take gains on Nike and then re-enter later on. Deciding what I want to do. Let's see. It's nice to lock in some profits. Let's sell to close. See if I can lock that in for $1.31. It's at $1.29 by $1.31 now, so didn't fill yet. Still $1.29 by $1.31. There's that order status, still live. Market's getting a little climb now again. That should fill any second. Live. There we go. That should fill any second right now. $1.30 by $1.31. And that just executed, guys. We just locked in $450 on that trade. And that's a nice breakout there on Nike. And now we are up. Let's take a look. So we just locked in that profit on Nike. And we are now up. And it's only 1 hour into the day. And we already made $1,186.99. And that's with small trades, guys. That's with extremely small trades. So now what I'm going to do is I'll use that profit I just made on Nike, and I'll look for something for next week's Expo or the November 29th Expo. And I could look at something like a nice spread, but open, sell to open. We could look at the 92.93. 60 cents to be worth $1. 1 divide that by 0.6, so max net gain of 67% as long as Nike's above 93. And that's looking great there, so I think I'm going to make an entry here. We'll put $3,500 in it. Maybe I'll do the 93.94, a little bit out of the money. See what that's going for. 48 cents, just like that Qualcomm trade. So you know what? I think I'm going to pick up this one. I like this. 48 cents. I'll pick up 50 contracts. 50, multiply that by 48. That's a $2,400 trade. I want to make that a little bit larger. I'll do 75 contracts. Net debit, and I'll increase it to 49. And that's a $3,700 trade. It is live. Still not executing just yet. 48, we have in for 49. See if that executes here in a second. If not, I'm going to rechange that to 50 cents, which would still make 100% max net gain. She's still continuing to climb here, so I'm going to put that up to 50 cents. And there we go. That just executed, guys. I'm now in Nike, the November 29th, 93.94 vertical spread. And here is that trade. So I'm in 75 contracts. The Nike November 29th, 93.94. We paid 50 cents to be worth $1. That's our max net gain, the difference between the two strikes. It could be worth $1. We paid 50 cents. Look at it continuing to run now. Nice job on Nike. And our max net gain on here is 100%, as long as Nike is at or above 94 a share by November 29th. So, and that trade would make us a 75, multiply that by 0.5. 50, 75. So that would make us a $3,750 max net gain. 3,750 max net gain, which is 100% return at or above 94 a share. She's still continuing to run here. That's looking great. Very pleased with that trade. Great job today, guys. Look at that run on Nike now. Huge run, huge breakout on Nike. Anyone still in the Nike calls? That Nike trade was golden. Look at that Nike breakout. Unbelievable. Yeah, we got out of Qualcomm at the top today. That was nice. Still holding that spread, though, because that looks great, and holding on to that trade. Yes, Efron, Nike is still having a nice move there. 93.21 a share, continuing to climb. Took profits right around 93. Still looking great. Anyone held those Nike calls for next week's expo we got? Are you still in those, or did you guys take profits with me? Let me know in the comments there. Efron said, great call on that one, Dave. Thank you. Efron, you got the 92.50 call spread for what? This week's expo? Disney's going to be another great entry once she pulls back a little bit more. Guys, take a look here. So when you had the 10-20 cross on the today 1 minute chart for Nike, notice how it came back down to that 20, the blue SMA here, and then broke higher, consolidated right here, broke higher, it consolidated, profit taking back down to that 20. Now let's see if she starts to climb off that 20 like it did back here at the 1026 candle. I'm just going down the watch list here over to the left, looking for the next setup, looking for some swing trades. Guys, take a look at Ulta breaking out 240 to 244. Huge breakout on Ulta. This is looking like it's starting to break out here. I'd love to pick up an Ulta trade. They have earnings on what, the 5th, I think. Ulta's looking really nice for a day trade here, guys. I think I'm going to send out a an alert on Ulta here. It's still within consolidation, but at least we have a tight stop on that one. Well, it's after 11, guys. Let's see what we did, because I do want to day trade this afternoon here. So I need to get off now and look for some day trades for us for later on. Here is what we did so far today. Up $1,186.99 realized profit. And that's how we did it today. That was the gains from our Qualcomm and I think NVDA. Let me see here. Qualcomm and Nike. Those were the trades we locked in from Qualcomm and Nike. So I'm going to get off here now, guys. I'm going to be in the trade room, and we're going to be looking for some day trades for this afternoon here. I think we have some good movers coming up. Ulta's still looking good for a day trade as well. Look at that breakout here on Ulta. She might make a run for 250 today if it keeps that run up. A 0.72%, $1.82 for the day, $1.85. Continuing to run there. That's not a bad setup there for the 245 strike. Or, like I said, you could pick up the November. I might pick that up now, actually. Let me just pick up 5 contracts. That's going to be quite a, what's that, a $2,500 trade. Call November 29th. Strike 245. 255 is going to be our 100% return. So 255 definitely could get up to there. Alrighty, so let's see. 5.3. We'll see if we could get filled for that. 5 contracts. You know, we'll get 4. That's going to be a little over a $2,000 trade. And then we'll add to it once we break that resistance. So let's see if we could get filled for 535. Buy to open. This price is invalid. I'll bump it up to 540. Not filling. Let me cancel that. See where it's at in a bit here for a day trader or swing on it. Alrighty, guys. Great job today, like we said, especially with Qualcomm chart. Now you know our trade plan. You know what we're doing, what we do. Came back down to that 10, had the breakout. It got upgraded. NVIDIA as well. I want to take a look at NVIDIA in the afternoon here for a possible day trade, which might do really well. It's down to the 20 right now. We might see some movement on this in the afternoon. It just had that 10-20 cross, starting to climb now. It's looking good. We might even be able to pick up a day trade on this shortly here. Gonna watch, see what happens if it breaks resistance here. If she starts to climb above 205.50, I'm gonna probably be entering into a day trade. Karen Decker said she took a 35% on Microsoft. Great job there. Happy to hear that. Well, I'm going to get off here now, guys. Great job today. Over $1,186 profit today realized. And we picked up a few trades, Qualcomm and Nike. And we're going to be looking to add in this afternoon. Great job today, guys, and I will see you later. Any other questions before the end of the day? Jorge Nunez says, good morning, Dave. He sold 10 contracts in NVDA at 210. That expired today. Should be a nice $4,300 premium to collect at 4 p.m. That sounds great there, Jorge. That's a nice trade you made there, especially on that pullback. Target, 110 call. They're picking up 988 contracts, 255. 988 times 255. That's a $252,000 trade that just picked up on Target. I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. That's going into the holiday trend there. They're probably picking that up for. Let's see. Any other last questions before I end this for the day here, this live video? Nike's getting a nice pop here as well. First candle above the 1020 again. I'm going to be looking for some day trades around 1-ish. NVIDIA again, SunTrust, Robinson, Humphrey maintains buy on NVIDIA, raises price target to $240 a share. I'm telling you, NVIDIA is going to be one of those stocks that we're going to be trading for the next couple of weeks here. It's looking like a great setup and doing really well. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Jorge. I hope you guys have a great trading day here, and I will see you guys in the trade room. Andrew Rogers said he just locked in 22% on a small Nike trade as well. That's great. Andrew Rogers said he locked in a 50% on a Microsoft calls he's been holding. Really great, guys. I love hearing you guys doing so well, and love seeing us come together as a team here trading together. Great job, and I will see you guys in the trade room. Take care, guys, and God bless. Bye-bye.